Good evening everybody and welcome back to F1 here on FTRL. It is Azerbaijan Div 1 Take 2. We are here to repeat round 3, which unfortunately didn't quite work out for us first time around due to various lobby issues, but it seems we might get some racing done this week, so fingers crossed. Here we are then, first one around to start a flying lap is going to be Adamako, so we will take you on a lap of the circuit here at Baku. Down this long start finish straight, then into the always hectic turn 1, aka full Goy Carp corner. Rounds there nicely though. Now a short blast up to turn 2. Again, another good overtaking opportunity. Clips the apex nicely out to the wall. DRS pops open for the second time already. And now it is another long sprint down towards turn 3. Again, heavy braking zone, right angle corner. A bit wider this one, a bit of run if you can use that. Move it all a bit under the curb nicely. Short sprint up to turn 4. Watch that curb on the inside, it's a bit big and bouncy. Bumps the car wide over to the wall. Over then to the right hand side for turn 5. Bring it in, down to second gear, tucks in nicely. That over to the left as much as you can do for the right hander of turn 6. Short sprint now to head up towards the castle section. Then this tricky turn 7 right hander. Use plenty of the curb on the inside, and now the tricky castle section coming up through into that wall on the inside. Sticks nicely, uses the curb. Nice, tidy there through there by Adam. A really nice run through there. Now starts climbing up over the hill. These fast left-handers. Flat out, and then this downhill braking zone off camber as well. Watch the curb on the inside. Use that curb on the outside, right up against the wall. Nice and tidy through there. And down to the bottom corner. And now the speed just starts to build. And the curb on the runoff. Close to the wall. About to flick it through the fast left-hander. There's a fast right-hander. We saw a couple of people spin here. And Adam gets through there nicely. And now it is just a straight fire run down the straightaway for the DRS detection line. Comes up now, pops open, up to 200 miles an hour, 201, 202, touching 203, crosses the line, and a 1:39.2 is the first lap on the board. On board now Johan, who is attempting the alternate strategy. So we've got 4 drivers out on the medium tyres. Well, Dan sat in the pits as Shazoo Tom goes fastest for, Wesley goes third. His first flying on the Williams there, getting a nice tow from Johan down the straight. Is he going to bail? He's going to stay close to the pit wall. What does Johan do? He goes 4th on a 40.3. Funky Chicken behind him goes 3rd. And he's quickly dropped to 4th by Tico, who does a 38.7. Sway dropping in with a 39.2. Links now with a 39.0, so that time's starting to come thick and fast. Noah Jones, who is just hugging the wall. Is he going to the pits? He is going to the pits, so he's abandoned that lap. New fast lap Dylan, then a 38.5. So he was quite quick here. The first attempt we had at this, I think he ended up qualifying P6, but hit somebody in qualifying. And further down the others. Dutch Tricks now goes fastest on 38.3. So the lap times coming thick and fast. In the chat, good evening, Dave. Good evening, Zomwa. I was going to say, who's Dave Whiting? I'm guessing that's you, Daft Chip. Gone very formal. Evening, Matman. Good evening, Pagani. Big Hinds. Yes, Pagani then is deputising tonight. The Div 2 champ has stepped up to the class with the big boys. Let's see how he gets on around here. He had a strong run, to be fair. The Div 2 race a couple of weeks ago, so let's not do yourself a discredit, my friend. I'm sure you will be more than capable of mixing it in there with the big boys. No Spider-Man spoilers. Absolutely, mate. No spoilers from me. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't give any spoilers. I was supposed to go on Sunday with my friend. Unfortunately, he is been working flat out. I completely forgot. Rude. So I'm going to try and go over Christmas. So if you want spoilers, speak to Oscar, who has a bone to pick with you, by the way, because you forgot to put him. I don't know if you deliberately missed him off the Div 2 standings. But I was very happy. Good evening, Zolmore. Aims not to get laps. Well, the amount of safety cars we had in Div 2, that should keep the field tight and close, so we shall see. Good evening, Unsafe. Am I hyped for the new season of GT? I am, yes. I'm still on the fence about my car choice. I'm split between 2. So got to make my decision by tomorrow, obviously. So yeah, but yeah, I'm excited. Should be a good way to finish off the game, which has brought us a lot of happy memories. I say happy memories. I was very frustrated at the game after what happened on Saturday when I was doing FIA races and got disconnected from 3 races in a row. Really annoying. So, fingers crossed, better luck tomorrow. Good evening, Stephen Walsh, aka Mr. Scuba. Evening, Joey. Yeah, no worries, mate. I hope you have a great Christmas and New Year as well. Hope to see you back. I hope you enjoy your time with the family. Good evening, Top Deval as well. Currently eating his dinner. Well, that explains why he's not on track. We're even running late and you still haven't eaten your dinner. I mean, I'm not eating dinner yet, so I'm hungry. Don't anger me. Who we got then? Current running order then. I can't see what the time is because we've got yellow flag is set to 2. Dutch Tricks then sitting on provisional pole from Dylan with Shazoo Tom 3rd, TGG Tibos in 4th, and Tico, Oxox, Lynx, Adamako, Sway and Yogi. One of our debutants tonight. Yogi is friends with Mr. NL Dylan and had permission from the wife to race tonight, so good to have him with us. He's filling in for the ever rapid CR7, so he's got some very quick boots to fill. On board Noah Jones, who did do a race for us at Portimao earlier this season. It's IFR Noah then. So let's see how he gets on then into turn 1 nicely, using all that run off there, that bit of curb, getting the tyres hooked over into second DRS zone out of turn 2. There's a long straight, good for overtaking into turn 3. We've seen cars go side by side through here. Will we see more of that tonight? Find out later on. It always worries me when I see sector 1, 2, 3 yellow flags because of the issues we've had. Thankfully it all seems to be okay, it's just people getting out of each other's way. Into this tricky left to right. They've put up all in sector 1, so that'll probably just be a personal best though. Might be overall, this game likes to trick me. Plenty of curve there at turn 7. And now into the castle section we go. Aim for that inside wall. A little bit wider than we saw Adam go earlier. A little bit nice and tidy through the castle section. Because these are Div 1 boys, so they should be able to get through there relatively unscathed. Into the, oh my god, I think Ericsson hit us section of the lap. And down to the down-arrow braking zone. Plenty of curb. Oh, too much curb. In fact, oh, slams on the brakes. Almost into the wall. Oh, the Ferrari. Pagani then having to take avoiding action. Was not the best from Noah there. And he did very, very well to avoid him. Is that going to affect his lap time though? Down the start finish straight comes the Ferrari. His lap time is a 1 minute 39.8, so that puts him P11. Sway for pole, says Scuba. Well, Sway is currently P9. Whether he is on the laps, let's go on board. Not to hype the pressure up. Nice clear track. This is now coming up towards the end of sector 1, so we'll get an idea of where he is lap time wise. He is, I believe, up by 0.3 of a second. So 0.3 of a second will put him onto a 38.9. Be good enough for top 6 or 7, depending on where he ended up. Now into the castle section. This is the section most time is lost. How brave are you feeling into the castle? Sway doing an outstanding job through there. Nice and quick, nice and tidy. He gets bumped down to P10 as Graham has just gone into the top 10 in P8, so both Alfa Romeo's going well. We get the second split point at the end of this short straight, and Sway is up by now nearly 0.7 of a second, so that would put him in and around the top 4. So yeah, Scuba's prediction might be right here. Oh, Shazoo Tom has retired. Oh, he's crashed there, coming up that downhill braking zone. So the man currently sat P3 on the grid is out of the qualifying session. Adamako goes 4th. So tidy that from him. What about Sway? He's on for a top 4. He was second, 38.4. He did find a little bit of time in that final sector. Just comes up short, but does pop himself onto the front row alongside Dutch Tricks. So very good lap there. Dutch calling Pagani for a podium. Well, stranger things have happened. He's coming down in P14, has just gone across the line with Wesker, I believe, has gone up to P11. Oxox now goes second, gets in that gap between Dutch and Sway. So the Aston Martin man has put himself into contention. Onto the front row, bumps Sway down to 3rd. both of them on 38.4. Then just over 6 minutes of the session to go, and the running order is as follows. This Dutch trick just lowers the bar to the 38.1. The Red Bull man looking ominously quick. Set up quite nicely as Dutch tricks on pole by 0.3 of a second from Ox Hox in the Aston Martin Sway. Now sits in P3 with Dylan P4. Coming in pits, Shizu Tom is 5th, but out of the session after crashing. Adamako coasting back to the pits. Currently P6, and we've got TTG Tibos, who's just gone past Adam. Currently it's at P7, so again both Aston Martins going very well. We've got Tico in P8, he's invalidated his lap. Lynx, the reigning champ, P9, and Graham rounding out the top 10. We've got Westgate 11th, Yogi in 12th, Dan Morris is 13th. He's coming to the line, but significantly down, so I think he's on his way to the pits. Pagani 14th, Yarham on a lap, he is 15th. Funky Chicken is 16th, and then Noah, Funky Fox, and Tom Deval. No, just see who's on the lap, TG Tibos, that was it. He's coming to the line, and he goes second. 38.2, really good lap there from Matt. So Aston Martin's second and third. Looking very, very strong. And we've got on laps. Wesker's on his way to the pits, as is Yogi. No, Yogi's up in fact, so stand by with the McLaren man making his FTRL debut. But he's lost time in the middle, so I think he is on an in lap, yep. Yarham is on a flying lap. Let's pick up the Hasman. Going towards the line, bails out the last second though, so he didn't fancy that one. What about Noah? We invalidated another lap, so Noah's struggling a little bit to get a lap on the board here, and looks like he's invalidated that lap right at the beginning, so maybe on the exit of turn 1. The Alpine man struggling to hook up a lap. What about Tom Deval? Out of the final corner, now it's just a straight sprint to the line. And he goes P11 and a 39.1. So it slots in between Wesker and Grave. Oh, and then misses his braking zone for turn 1. And smashes the car, and he's on his roof. So Tom is gone for a one-lap wonder. He is out of the session then. So who have we got? Is anybody on a lap at the minute? Just like Noah Jones, who's still making his way around. So I don't know if he's going to go for another run. And we can dive back to the pits. Fresh set of rubber on. One final run, although he won't have had a lot of wear on these tyres. He's done his out lap and then looks like he's got one corner in and invalidated the lap, so Tom needs a poo, so that's probably why he's crashed his car. He has eject his bowels. So here we go then. No, he's going to go for another run. Fingers crossed he can hook this one up. If he doesn't, he might struggle to get a lap in. That's better. Gets around turn 1 using all the track. That little bit of run up as well. F1 drivers using every inch of the track. Nice and tidy out of 2 onto the back straight. DRS opens. He's got a bit of traffic up the road ahead of him. Hopefully they're all paying attention. Wilson is Yarham by the look of it. He doesn't have time on the board yet, so he won't have any split times to compare. Of course he does a purple sector 1 because he has not yet got a time on the board. Called by being a dirty stop out. To the castle section we go, nice and tidy through there. The curve on that exit part there. Now we have got everybody remaining apart from Pagani out on track. Oh, over the curve again, you saw there. That was a feature of last year's game. A lot of drivers were really aggressive with that big curve, but this year's game there seems to be more avoiding it. Although Noah Jones there really flung it in now. He's going to get a bit of a tow from the Has here, which might work out for him quite nicely. I don't really know how his lap time's going to stack up because we haven't had any split points. But if he can get a bit of a draft off that Has, that's going to help his cause. Coming to the line and goes 6th fastest then, just ahead of his teammate for the night. So the Alpines 6th and 7th. Good run there for him at the very death. Who've got on the laps? Dylan. Let's pick up then the man currently P5 on the grid. As Tico goes fastest of all, 38.0 for the Ferrari man. New provisional pole sitter. So Ferrari man on to provisional pole. What about Dutch Tricks? Where is he? He's on his outlap still. Should make it round. The Oxo's just starting. Let's go back to Dylan. He was up in the sector 1 then, just marginally. On P6, third over the grid. That would have been enough to overhaul Sway. If he can keep up that gap. Can he find any time in sector 2? Down our braking zone. Up to the curb and just brushed the wall there, did he? Went in plenty of speed. And he's 2/10 up in the second sector then. So Dylan up to potentially the second row here if he can maintain that speed in the final sector. Can he find any time? It's pretty much just foot to the floor from here. Adamaka goes 5th. And McLaren 38.4 with his final run. Dylan to the line. He's on to improve. Where's he going to go? He goes up to 5th and 38.4. Lost a little bit of time in that final sector, in fact, so comes up just 2,000 shy of the second row there. What about then Dutch Tricks? Purple in the first sector. Needs to find about just over half a tenth of a second to reclaim provisional pole. That Graham just crosses the line. Graham goes P8. So good run there from Graham. Aston Martin's coming to the line. It's Ox. Let's see how he gets on. He's currently P4. Is he going to improve with his final run? The answer is he does fastest, 37.9. His teammate's just behind him. So the Aston Martin goes on to provisional pole. Here comes the GT boss. Can he join him on the front row? The answer is no, he can't. He doesn't improve. Dutch Tricks is up in sector 1. But it might not be enough for provisional pole. It is, though. It is. 37.91 for Dutch Tricks. Snatches pole position back from Ox. And Tico, he found himself on pole by the time he makes it back to the pits, ends up P3. Into the pits, and that then, I think, is everyone. So there we have it then. It is pole position for Dutch Tricks. An epic late battle there. And it is Dutch Tricks on pole position. I need to go into a party because I realise I'm just chatting in the thing. Excuse me. Sorry, everybody. In the actual lobby. Just chatting. There we go. Qualifying done, and it is Dutch Tricks who strikes back. Pole position for the... Is he the championship leader? I think he is the championship leader. Could be. Ox is second. Tico lines up P3 with TTG Tibos P4. Sway then P5. Good qualifier from him. And Dylan in P6. Adamako ends up P7. Graham alongside him in P8. Noah Jones P9. And Shazoo Tom. He will rue that collision. Well, that crash means he ends up P10. At the back of the top 10, but he will start on those soft tyres. And free tyre choice for the rest of the grid, starting with Dan Morris in P11. Lynx is P12. Yarham P13. Funky Fox is 14th. Funky Chicken is 15th. The Funkies together. And then Tom Duval, Yogi, Wesker and Pagani rounding out the grid. So qualifying done. It looks like lobby issue free. Now we have had to do a restart because when I hosted it there was an issue. Sway's now the host. Everything seems fine and dandy, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Pagani, happy to be at the back, out of the way of all the trouble. Well, just as long as you don't go full go into turn 1, Pagani. It's fine, I'm sure the boys will appreciate that then. So it looks like clear blue skies, so we are on for a dry race, he says. Famous last words in F1 terms. The countdown begins, and so who do we think is going to win this one then? Now, this is not really a track where track limits are a huge issue, because there's not many places you can invalidate. Obviously, the outside of turn 1 is 1, but you see a number of drivers running over the curbs there, so it's a very tight and fine margin. It's turn 7, that's probably the easiest place to cut. And then that's about it, really. It's really difficult to obviously we saw Noah cut the big curb at turn what's that, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, TTG Tibos, nobody drops it off the line. Further back then, get the details up on the tyres, and then let's see what everybody fancies for this one then. Pole position then for Dutch Tricks in the Red Bull. He of course starts on the soft tyres he qualified on, has to do the remainder of the top 10. He's followed by Mr. Ox Hawks, looking particularly dangerous there on the front row. What can he do? Of course, last season's most winningest driver. He is one to watch in this one. Tico, great qualifying from him. P3, it's like the old days of FTRL. The old guard coming back to the fore. He heads off the second row alongside the second of the Aston Martins. TTG Tibos, great qualifying from Matt. He's put himself in contention there. Sway, solid qualifying from him in the top 5. Lead AlphaTauri. Heads off the third row alongside Dylan, who backed up that pace he had a couple of weeks ago when we did the qualifying and started the race. He starts P6. Adamako in the McLaren starting P7, qualifying for him. Can he go forward from there? Lines up on the fourth row alongside the second of the Alfa Romeos in Graham. Great qualifying from Graham. It's good to see him in the top 10 on merit. Of course, if there are any penalties, you know this man's going to clean up later in the race. Noah Jones in his second FTRL start, filling in for Corboy. He starts P9 ahead of his teammate then, so it's all Alpine fifth row. And they are the final drivers who start on the tyres they qualified on. Tom Robert was very quick here in the first qualifying session, so expect him to be a threat in this race. Free tyre choice for the remaining 9 drivers, starting with Dan Morris in P11. He has gone on with the medium tyre. And we've got the reigning champ Lynx down in P12, also on the medium tyre. Johan starting 13th in the Haas, he's on the medium tyre, as is Funky Fox, last week's birthday boy. And the second of the Mercedes, also on the medium. Funky Chicken, his fellow funky namesake, starts P15 on the medium tyre as well. And we've got Tom Deval in the second of the AlphaTauris, starts on the mediums. Yogi in his first start starts on the mediums, he's going off P17. P18 we find Wesker, who is the only runner on the hard tyre. So his strategy is going to be requiring him to stay out of the walls, and for the other drivers to stay out of the walls as well. Let's see how that works out for him. And Pagani's going aggressive off the grid, starting on the soft tyre in the second of the Ferraris. So there we have it then. Podium predictions we've got on safe release with Mika Salo, Pedro Diniz and Tora Takagi. That would be some grid. Pagani doing the last of first challenge. And of course Wesker's on hards. Indeed. Daft reckons Dutch Sway Tico. Glowsticks reckons... Nope. He thought it was GT. Oscar cheering on the Dutchies. And reckons Wesker for a tactical masterclass. Well, we shall see. The grid has formed up. And we've got 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. The Azerbaijan Div 1 Grand Prix is go. And it is a good start from Oxox. He's got the jump on Dutch into turn 1. The Aston Martin leads then. Further back, bit of movement going on. Graham's down a couple. The Alpines have had a good start. Funky Fox is down a couple. Everybody seems to have got around the first couple of corners okay, and now run down towards turn 3. Oxox leading Dutch into the slipstream to the outside. Oxox has got the overlap. He's got a little bit hot though. Dutch is going to try and get the overlap on the outside. Oxox squeezes him over and retains the lead. Yellow flag further back. That is our Funky Fox and Yogi. Look like they've come together. Each other plenty of room. Oh no, what's gone on the Funky Fox? He's gone wide at turn 4 into the wall. Getting going again. Not the best opening lap for him. He'll be hoping for a safety car to bring him back into contention. Pagani and Wesker up a couple of places as a result then. So up with the leaders as they exit the castle section for the first time. Fox starting to stretch his legs. He leads, Dutch is second, Tico is third, TTG Tibos stays where he is in P4. Dylan's up 1 into P5 ahead of Sway. Jones up 2 already, so the Alpine man on the move. He's at the 7th, Anamaka down 1, Shazoo Tom is 9th, and Lynx into the top 10. The champ making moves already. And then is looking like making a move, Sway and Dylan closing up together. So a couple of incidents in this corner. First time around, people losing the back end. The train heads down towards turn 1. Shazoo Tom on Adamako. They are, I believe, side by side. Tom on the inside, Adam on the outside. They're going to go wheel to one, are they? There indeed, just about gives him room and gets the move done then. So Shazoo Tom up to P8. The Alpines are making moves. Up 2. Back up to the leaders then. And it is still Oxox leading this one. Big train, the Funky Fox into the pits, onto the hard tyres then, so he got some wing damage in that whatever collision happened. Yogi off the back a little bit. And Pagani has now jumped Wesker and is also just starting to step back. Hard tyres, of course, not going to be great in the opening couple of laps. Good evening, Jimbo. Thank you for tuning in. Glow 6 reckon Funky Chicken, Funky Fox and Shazoo Tom. Well, that will be some podium, but this is FTRL, this is F1, so anything can happen. Could be an absolute master stroke. They stream down then towards the bottom corner, and the Oxox is starting to pull away now. He's out of DRS range. Now, obviously, it's not active on this lap, but that's going to be critical for the rest of this race. He's 1.2 seconds away. Pagani making a move on Jarham further back. Pagani now being racy. No soft tyres, he's got the good advantage in Oxox with the fastest lap. Out, closing on the back of Funky Chicken meanwhile. He's going to go for a move into 1. He does, down the inside. Funky Chicken sees it coming, runs around the outside. Oh, bit of contact then for the curb. Still side by side. Jarham go back at Pagani as well. And now side by side, Pagani around the outside into 2. Wheel to wheel, bumps off the wall. Gets the run off the outside though. And gets the move done. But now Jarham's got DRS to the inside. And this should be a fairly straightforward overtake, but Pagani might try and hang on around the outside again. No, Johan gets the move done. Good battle there over P15. Wesker and Yogi trying to close back in again. Race leader now 1.4 seconds to the good. So Oxox is critically out of DRS. Of course, this is a track where DRS is so important. Because these long straights and Oxox out of DRS range critically. Very critically for him. So, Dutch tricks have for the race leader. What does he have for the field behind him? Because we've got everybody down to Graham in a DRS train. Dutch tricks could be a bit of a sitting duck here. A bit of a twitch off the bottom corner. Oh, Tico has one off the curb on the exit. So the Dutch boys pushing hard. And the gap's just gone up to 2 seconds with that slip. Tico right in the wheel tracks. You see a move for P2 here. I think it's a bit of a formality this one then. Tico into the slipstream. DRS pops open. Down the inside. And move done already. For the back, Lynx and Adamako. I can say Lynx was close coming off the back straight. Dan Morris and Graham now going for it. Dan getting the move done on Graham. Tom Deval Funky Chicken in this one as well. Jarham trying to bridge that gap. He's dealt with and dropped Pagani. What's going on here? That's TGG Tibos and Dutch Tricks changing places, and now Dylan trying on the attack. Sway trying to pick up the pieces, the Alpines in there as well. And Adamako and Lynx still duking it out over P9. Adamako's got Lynx back, the side by side. Lynx trying to switch back. He's got the run, he's got the inside. Has he got enough? far enough alongside? He has. Are they going to go wheel to wheel through turn 7? They are. Give each other room. Schumacher just bumps off the wall. He's got the inside for the castle section. No, you don't want to touch there. Oh, they just about survive. That was a bit scruffy. And that's brought Dan Morris right into contention with those two. Oh, a virtual safety car has been deployed. Graham has dropped down the order. Is that something to do with him? He's got those front wings, and Graham has had a collision there, I think, in the castle section. Oh, that's such a shame. But great qualifying. VSC has been deployed on lap 4. A bit scruffy there between Adam and Lynx, trying to go side by side to the castle section. It was never going to work out. They just about survived. Did they get away without any damage is the question, though. Well, section 8 you can go side by side. Not really a section you want to be touching the walls. ERS check on the top 3. Well, oh, into the pits come Tico and Dutch, and oh, a lot of the top drivers are in, apart from the race leader. Now, might Oxox regret this choice to not pit? He was the race leader. He had the option. We are racing again, so Lynx has come through. Where are those who've pitted going to come out? The answer is P9. By the look of it, and he's right on the back of Yogi. Straight into DRS, so Tico shouldn't be held too much here. Burners are on. Through he goes. Tico back up to P8. So Oxox then, whose ERS is at 84%, managing his nicely. Lynx 32, Dan 86, Tom 60, Funky Chicken 87, Jan 62. Dylan and Wesker now going side by side. Wesker's call for those hard tyres was probably the wrong one. Oh, and critically, Tom, he got ahead of Noah Jones, and then they pitted together, so Noah Jones has lost out quite badly there. Looks like TG Tibos. How's Matt Tibos lost out so badly? TG Tibos was right behind Dutch Tricks. And yet he finds himself down. Did he get wing damage? Same as Sway. I mean, Noah must have stacked. That's the only reason I can think he'd be so far down. Oh, bump there. Shizu Tom trying to get the run on Wesker. Wesker just start the cut. Oh, Pagani's gone. Oh, he's crashed there on the full safety car. Full safety car deployed. Pagani has had an accident and coming onto the start finish straight. Out of that fast right hander. We saw it a couple of weeks ago. A number of people were sliding around, losing the back end. You're coming into the pits. Is Wesker going to pit here as well? He does. Get off those hard tyres. Ooh, into the back. Oh no, Wesker has got some wing damage now as well, I think. However, if there's any time to get wing damage, it's probably now, as he's going to pit anyway. Catch the back of the pack. 5-second penalty gone in there as well. Looks like Yogi got some wing damage as well, so he's on his way now. Yeah, they're both on their way again. Funky Fox, this is the break he needed. Now he should pit here, get off those hard tyres. And he's going to come round, interestingly. But for sure he would have pitted then. Now, saving grace here for Oxox is that he didn't catch the safety car, so he can get round. Question is, can he get out of the pits in the lead of the race still? So a VSC shortly followed by a full safety car. What is his lead? So he has got about 15 seconds over Tico, who's the one that he really needs to beat, because imagine Dan and Lynx might pit here. Although, we'll see. Oxox passed the pit here, surely. Got the hammer down. Yeah, he's coming over to the left, so Oxox is in. He's aces pit lane. He does indeed, so what's Lynx going to do? Lynx might carry on, you know. He is, yes, Lynx is going to carry on, as is Dan. What about Tico? Here he comes. Where is Oxox? He's on his way. I think he might Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be so close. This is going to be really close. There's Tico. There's Oxox. He's going to blend. He's going to blend in between them, I think. Yeah, so Tico just jumps Oxox. Dutch has to drop in behind. So not too bad a loss there for Oxox. It was going to be close. As the Mercedes catches the Mercedes safety car this week. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Well, we saw it happen quite a few times in both division races a couple of weeks ago. So you're not alone in that. Don't worry. Moving back into the pits, serving his penalty. Another set of soft tyres. A new set of medium tyres. He's gone back onto his original tyres, has he? No, Yogi's gone back onto his original tyres. I'm confused that Buggy Fox hasn't pitted, if I'm honest. I thought he would take this opportunity to get off those hard tyres. Yarham, interesting, has gone onto the hard tyres. Wesker, who started on the hard tyres, is now off them. And Pagani now in with the Go Ox, so he is hoping that the man currently P4, who was the erstwhile race leader, has now been jumped though by Tico. Carrying on. Yeah, well, the thing is about that penalty is he's gonna have to serve it in the race, isn't it? Because he's not going to get to the end on those tyres. So yeah, I'm surprised actually. Although the safety car might be out for another lap, so he might pit this lap, get rid of that penalty. Because obviously he's going to have to take another pit stop in the race, so he's going to serve it at some point. Like you say, it might be a wise idea to get out of the way. At this stage, it might be worthwhile going onto the soft tyre now. Have a stint where you're quick. Go on to the medium for the end. You never know. Well, Wesker is an anomaly when it comes to tactics, apparently. Let's see what he does then. Round comes the safety car. Yeah, we're going to get another lap then. Just waiting for Yogi to recatch the pack. I wonder if he might pit again for fresh tyres. Is my next query. So round we come. Into the safety car, of course. Not much going on the FTRL this week. Of course, this is it's been Christmas week. Div 2 is on its break. Unfortunately, this race is just being rerun. So no Div 2 action tomorrow. GT Sport finished last week. So yeah, we are a bit threadbare in FTRL action this week. But we are back, of course, first week of January. Yeah, Yogi back into the pit, so he's going to go back onto his fresh set of medium tyres. Yeah, back in the new year. Start again on the 4th of January. With round 5 of the championship, which is from the ever popular and ever exciting Hungary. So looking forward to that then. Running order then under the safety car on lap 8 of 26, and it is the reigning champ who leads the race, having not pitted yet though, so he's sticking to his strategy, using these safety car laps to manage his tyre wear. Lynx is your race leader. Dan also hasn't pitted, and they are 1 and 2. Tico then is the net race leader. He has made a pit stop. Now used both sets of compounds he needs to. He starts third. Oxox, who got the jump at the start. That extra lap out just cost him the lead, or the net race lead. He's now running 4th. The Dutch Tricks in 5th. Dylan is P6. Shizu Tom making his way up to P7. And Adamako in McLaren. He is 8th. TG Tibos is 9th. Oh, further back, Noah Jones has hit Funky Chicken. Or Funky Chicken has hit Noah Jones. Further back, Tom Duval is 10th, Sway 11th, so the AlphaTauri is running together. Now, what is going on here? He looks okay. Chicken as well. Tripping over each other under the safety car. Not ideal. Johan's 14th on those hard tyres, and Graham 15th. He brought out the earlier virtual safety car. He's now back with the pack. Wesker's got some better tyres on. He's now with the pack as well. Funky Fox still on those hard tyres. Might he be trying to go to the end? We shall see. And Yogi on the back of the pack, having served his penalty. Fresh tyres, and so safety car starts to pull away from the pack. Lynx takes over, warming his tyres. Go on board. Let's see when he decides to pull the trigger. A long run here. He wants to give himself the best possible chance of not losing position. And away he goes. Now, did Dan go with him? He did. Tico on his toes though. Tico's right on the back of Dan. Got to wait for the start-finish line. There it is. He's down the inside into turn 1. Up to P2 goes Tico. Great move. Tico really alert there. Oh, and Oxox as well. Wasting no time. Dan, they're trying to switch back on. Got a good run out of turn 3. Further back. Oh, what's going on? Sway's at a moment at turn 2. Oh, he's backwards. He's got down the runoff. Cold tyres, cold brakes. Dutch now getting the move done on Dan as well. So Dan just plummeting down the order. Those guys on fresh tyres making moves early on. Dylan, Shizu, Tom now trying to change places, are they? They're side by side on the exit of 4. Shizu, Tom gets the move done. So Tom Robbo making moves. Oh, he's had a good run there as well. He's had a Dan as well. Shizu, Tom, what a couple of corners for him. 2 places gained. Dan just dropping like a stone. His tyres aren't that old either. So Lynx leads, but he's literally been pushed around by the Ferrari. Tico right under his gearbox. They come out of the castle section. Be a brave man to make a move through here, so they'll probably have to follow him through. Lynx about to move down the inside. Oh, Oxox! Oh, wow. I think Oxox got caught out by the distance he had to brake earlier. Saw it coming, dived to the inside. He'd gone over the curve, he survived. A heart-in-mouth moment. And then for the lead, the Ferrari getting a great run in the slipstream. Using up some ERS into the lead of the race he goes. Now what about Oxox? Is he close enough? He's in the slipstream. Link's going to think about him going back in for turn 1. Not quite close enough. Tika then takes the lead, and Oxox, you know, he's going to want to get through quickly. Further back, that is TTG Tibos. That's Dylan, and that's... Oh, Dylan's just touched Dan. Around goes Dan. Oh no, clumsy. Dylan dropping down the places. Oh damn, that's so unlucky for him. Swaying to the pits. Lynx has held on to P2 further back. Oh, now Dylan and Funky Chicken going at it. Funky Chicken around the outside. Now the inside for 4. Yeah, I'm trying to buy into this as well. Look at this queue of cars here. Oh, and round goes Johan. Oh, was the contact. And that's him down to P16. That's so unlucky. Yeah, just keeping his nose clean at the back of this pack. Got Funky Fox just ahead of him, then Wesker Graham and Funky Chicken. And a bit of a gap forward. Then you've got Dylan, TGG Tibos, Noah Jones, Tom Duval, and Adam Acko in a train. And top 5 have broken away. Now, Tico is now over a second clear, so he's now out of DRS range. We saw this earlier on. Oxox right on the back of the Mercedes, and he knows he needs to get on with this, because we saw how easy it was for him to pull away earlier. Oh no, not there. Oh my god, he's gone for it, and he's worked. That is an absolutely incredible overtake, and oh I almost pooed my pants, and I'm not even driving. Into the pits has come Oxox. Did he get damage? Lynx as well. He's going into the hard tyre. He did. Oh, it was... Was there earlier contact maybe? Dylan into the pits as well. Oh, such a shame for Oxox. Anything can happen in this one. So Tico leads by 1.5 seconds. Shizu Tom has made his way through to second. He was so quick here earlier when we tried this race. Well, Dylan's now lagged out a session. Man's internet is a pain in the arse. So Dutch then, who hadn't claimed pole position, just hasn't had the race pace compared to Tico and Oxox, and now Shizu Tom as well. He's now up to second. These 3 are now broken clear. Tom Duval's in a bit of a battle. He's now got Adam Acko closing in on him. He's bringing Noah Jones and TTG Tibos with him. No, didn't see what happened to TTG Tibos earlier, unless he picked up some wing damage. I can only think he had wing damage because he fell down the order. I've just seen his teammate go for the almighty send. Shizou Tom has got out of DRS range. No, Dutch just managed to get in at the deflection line, so he's keeping on his lead, and Tico leads by 1.2 seconds. Let's have a look at the ER yellow flag, sector 2. Oh, I think that's Ox. Shizou Tom with the fastest lap of the race. He's trying to close down Westcott on Graham. Oh, there they are, side by side. Wesker on the inside, Graham on the outside. Wesker's getting his nose in front. Through he goes. Good move from Wesker. Starting on the hard tyres, he's starting to pay off. He's up to P9. Funky Chicken just in front of him. Dutch Tricks, who was nearly at DRS range, is now back within it. Meanwhile, Tom Robbo, or Shizou Tom rather, is getting the hammer down and closing that gap on Tico just on raw pace. He is now just on the cup, he's back within the second, so that is a really stunning sector from Shizou Tom. He's got himself back in DRS range, so Tico, who had a 1.3 second lead, gap now just 0.7 of a second. Oh, Yogi's gone in the castle section, and safety car. So unfortunately Yogi's debut race ends in the castle section. Very easily done. That's a shame. A solid run on his debut. And Tico, well, the top 3 had a nice big gap over Tom Dahl, 4 seconds. That's going to be eradicated, so that's going to bring everybody back together again as well. Now Ox will be very happy to see that, because that will bring him back into contention after his dramas. Dylan as well. 2 drivers who are having a really good run. Dylan, in fact, it's still Dylan's ghost car, so not managed to make it back into the session yet. Into the pits have come Tico Dutch, Funky Chicken Graham, and Funky Fox, and Dan Morris. Dan obviously needed the pit. Nix is in as well. He's going to go on some mediums, yeah, so they're going to try and get to the end. Sway looks like he might be pitting as well. Nope, Sway stays out, so does Dylan. Ox will be on the back of the pack, so what can he do from the back? Now, Shizou Tom didn't pit under this safety car. May he rue that decision. Got 7 laps on his tyres. We're at half race distance now, so 13 laps to go. 13 laps in the books. Ox into the pits again. He's getting some fresh tyres on, so he'll be ready to go racing. Weave our way around the track, so the running order under the safety car on lap 13. Half race distance is as follows. Shizou Tom is leading the race from Tom Duval. Adamako is 3rd now. Noah Jones is 4th. PTG Tibos is 5th. Wesker is 6th. Tico is 7th, having just pitted for fresh tyres. He'll probably be good to the end now, as will Dutch Tricks behind him in P8. Yarham is 9th on those hard tyres. Funky Chicken is 10th on the softs. So watch the Williams man be racy at the restart. Graham is 11th, Funky Fox is 12th, Dan Morris is 13th, also on the hard tyres. Lynx has pitted, he's now 14th, and we've got Sway in 15th, Dylan 16th, and Ox 17th. For 2 retirements, Pagani and Yogi, whose retirement have brought out this second safety car. So we await 4. So Dylan is just catching the back of the pack. Funky Chicken and Dan Morris are in. So both the Williams are in. Oh, Lynx and Sway have come together. Looks like Sway's hit Lynx because they're behind. He's behind him. Just tripping over each other. Who have we got? So, I wonder whether or not Shazoo Tom Deval, Adamako, Noah Jones, Tibos and Wesker might rue their decision not to pit. Are those tyres going to get to the end is the question. And we saw how much of an advantage Tico, Dutch and Ox had after pitting on Lynx and Dan Morris at the first safety car restart. And we've got a bit more work to do this time. Tico 7th, Dutch is 8th. So they were the first two of the guys who pitted. Graham's now in a very strong position in 10th as well, having just pitted. The question is whether the top 6 can get to the end on those tyres. Johan is 9th on the hard, so he can get to the end provided he can stay out of trouble. Just now waiting on Ox Hawks to catch the pack. Sure, what's going on there? He's trundling around very slowly. Now, are we going to go racing this time around? We should get the notification shortly. I would imagine it should be the lap where the safety car goes in. That's clear. Field of our one are all together. Answer is no. We're going to do another lap under the safety car then. So, safety car remaining out. Ox back up to speed. This will be helping those top 6, of course, who are on slightly used tyres. Now, interesting there, Shazoo Tom is absolutely revving his engine out, so he's trying to burn a bit of fuel up. And what's going on there? Some places changing, which shouldn't be. Lynx and Sway are in. Now, they might, they both come together, didn't they? So, have they got damage? Yeah, Sway's got no front wing. Looks like Lynx got some damage in that as well, unfortunately. So they're pitting with Ox is in as well. Ox is making the most pit stops I've ever seen. He's got some wing damage again. Sway's going aggressive. Sway's gone onto the soft tyre. So Sway is not messing around at this restart. He's gone aggressive. He's the only one on the soft tyre, so he will be quick. Get back up to racing speed. Fox on his way. Might have been for him. Got the whole shot at the start, led the early part of the race. So that first safety car came out and made an ambitious move on Lynx. I tell you what, I thought he got away with it as well, but it would appear he got damage. Happened at just the wrong time because moments later a safety car came out after he pitted, so he'll be cursing his luck on that front. And should then go racing with chance like Sway and Lynx catch up on the pack. Better be in the chat so you're still watching. Please do like the stream before you go as well, that helps out immensely. I always forget that in the middle of the stream and always remember at the end when everybody's cleared off. So if you could like the stream, muchas apreciadas. Dankeschön. And wait. Call that the safety car is in this lap, and there it is. Michael Massey has decided this is the lap to screw somebody over. So safety car will pull away now, and Shazoo Tom will take over as pacemaker for the field. Now, we saw Lynx do a fairly good restart last time around, but Tico was the one on his toes, so on board with Shazoo Tom. Again, they're revving his engine up, trying to get some heat into those tyres before this restart. Now, Lynx went a lot earlier than this. When is Tom going to pull the trigger? Lynx is going to the pits and away goes Tom. It's a late call from Tom and away he goes. Lynx is diving to the pits, so maybe he got some more damage on the way around. It's a good restart there from Shazoo Tom. Let's have a look at the... Looking to watch Tico and Dutch. Here they are, 7th and 8th. Wesker ahead in the second Red Bull. The lead Red Bull. That's pulling away down the straight then, so it doesn't look like he's going to make a move into 3. Wesker's coming in hot there, almost clipped the back of the Aston Martin. It's a really good restart from Shazoo Tom. 7/10 of the second lead. Immediate threat. Now he needs to make as much of a run as he can do while Tico and Dutch are in traffic. With those fresh tyres, they're going to be racy. Wesker trying to cover off there. Yeah, Wesker doing a good job of backing up Tico here for his teammate. Not really the place on the track to make a move though, so into the castle section we go. Oh, did Wesker just clip the wall? Looked like he had a bit sideways moment there. Tico's eager to get through, looking for any gap. Look at that, Shazoo Tom, 1.4 seconds ahead already. He is off and running. Jones in the second Alpine at the back of Adamako. There's Wesker Tico Dutch battle. I have a feeling it'll be a formality down the straight here, so he's not going to make the same move that Ox did on links. He's going to wait for the main straight. Wesker trying to break the toe. He sees a bit farther back. Oh, look at that! Yeah, big weave there, trying to break the slipstream, but got the run with the slipstream. He's down the inside. Wesker gives him a squeeze. But Tico goes through and up into P6. He's doing a good job there. Is he going to move over for his teammate now? Or is he going to continue to fight? Let's see. Come up then to turn 2. Yeah, pulls to the inside. Through goes Dutch. That's great work there from the Red Bull boys. That is teamwork at its absolute finest. See, it was a hard but fair defence. Teammate goes. So again, great work from those two there. Tico now on the move, looking at the back of PTG Tibos. The Aston Martin. He's looked at the Aston Martin for a good chunk of this race. It was, however, the other one of Oxox, who's already up to P11. Oxox is flying up the order. Further back, Tom Duval leading this train. Shazoo Tom pulling away at the front. Yellow flag, sector 2. What's gone on? Is it Funky Fox? He's gone straight on at turn 7. Oh, and he's come together with Wesker. Oh no, it's such a shame there. Wesker's had a solid run to this point, but they've come together at turn 7. Wesker's now got no front wing. Funky Fox likely to have some damage as well. No safety car called. And on the move further back then. Now Jones on Tom Duval. Big run down the straight. Further back, TG Tibos and Adamako as well. We'll stay with this one first though. Alpine versus AlphaTauri. Oxox is up to 8th position. He's absolutely flying. Tom Duval in great straight line speed. He's actually managed to hold off Noah Jones there. Down inside, meanwhile, goes Matt Tibos on Adamako. It's a good move. Looking to come back. Oh, getting a little bit hot there. Tom Duval there. Excellent straight line speed. But now DRS is reactivated. Wesker and Funky Fox make it to the pit lane. Now come to the soft tyre now. Tom Duval. Oh, big drift into 3. Big drift. Scoops it up though. Loses another 3/10 to the race leader. There's now 2.5 seconds clear. Yellow flag further back. Funky Fox is retired in the pit lane, so that shouldn't be an issue. Such a shame for him. Tom Duval is a bit of a bottle with a cork in it. Here's the cork. Tico and Dutch looking at this, looking eager to get through. To the castle section we go. We're on the back of Adamako, who's on the back of TG Tibos, who's on the back of Noah Jones, who's on the back of Tom Duval. The race leader is now nearly 3 seconds up the road, 2.8. So he's made his break. He was quick here the first time round. In fact, put it on pole, so he'd be disappointed, of course. He crashed on his second run, and he didn't set a more competitive lap time as the track got quicker. I've got a bit of a gap here. One to launch at Tico. Tico's right on the back of Adamako as they come out of the fast left and right. And everybody will have DRS. Tico to the inside. Where is he? They are side by side. Can't see from this camera angle where they are though, but there he is. Tico just eases over in front. He's done. Is there a Red Bull at the inside? There is. So Adam just hanging a little bit wide there. Through goes the Red Bull. Dutch is through, chasing his fellow countryman through. And Oxox is on the back. Oxox has stormed through. On lap 19 of 26 there, the question is, can Tico and Dutch pick their way through this traffic? Get after Zhu Tom, or is he going to be too far ahead? His lead's down to 2.3, so Tom de Val's come back at him. Jones doing a really good job in P3, so Alpine having a really strong week here. Careful, Joe Corby, he might be replaced. Tibos now got that Ferrari all over the back of him. Left looking right. Some ERS will just pull a bit of a gap, so he's not under threat into this braking zone here. Tico likes to send. He's too far back this time. Yellow flag in sector 2. Oh, I think it's Lynx at the castle. Oxox getting the move done on Anamako. Hanging around again. Looks like sector 3. Oh, Dylan. Oh no, Dylan's gone. Round. Tico on PTG Tibos. That's move done. Yep, cuts across. And up to P4. Dutchrick's not close enough this time. Follow through. And now Oxox is on the back of him. Anamako. There may have been a robust pass because Adam looked like he'd come off the track. Trying to come back at him. Not quite close enough. Yara in the pits as well. And here comes Dutch on TTG Tibos. No, not close enough. TTG Tibos holding firm. TK now on the back of Noah Jones. He's back on the tail of Tom de Val. Zhu Tom, 2.8 seconds ahead. Lap 20 of 26. He knows he's got to run away. Now got just 2 cars between the charging Tico and himself. Oxox looking menacingly close at the back of Dutch. Oh, Dutch trick sideways out of 7. Ball lighting up the rear tyres. Sparks fly then off the curbs. Must be so inch perfect through that castle section. Probably for the best category, so I appreciate the offer though. Close they get up to the wall there. Dutch is going to defensive though. He had a poor run out of that corner and he knew that Oxox was likely to send it up the inside. Now he's got an Aston Martin sandwich going on here. He wants to attack one, but he's going to be attacked by the other. Tico on the back of Noah Jones. A run Tico's got again. That's just that tyre advantage, isn't it? Something else. And through he goes. He's going to get a slipstream off Tom de Val as well. Oh, Tom de Val peels off at the last second. Tico is released. Dutch down the inside of TTG Tibos. Through he goes, he's a little bit wide. Now all the Aston Martin guys got to work together. Like we saw the Red Bulls do. Is TTG Tibos going to move over? Or is he getting in it for himself? Feeling he's just going to stay where he is. No, he's going to pull over. Yeah, through he goes. So the Aston Martin boys working well together now as well. Oxox is released back up to P5. The race he's had, the fact that he's back in the top 5 is an absolutely incredible feat. So what can Tico do? He's got 3.9 seconds to catch the race leader. Still got a car between himself and his fellow countryman. He's also got that finish missile behind him. Yeah, the rapid Oxox into the castle section. We go. Look how close they are to that wall. It is so beautiful to see F1 cars just piercing that section of the track. Dutch has had a poor run. Oxox thought about getting up the inside there. I think he had a wobble as well though. Trying to get the power down. Definitely isn't over. Oxox. Dutch is going to be feeling the heat. There's a bit of a gap between himself and Noah Jones. Noah's not done with Tico either. Now Tico won't have any more DRS. He's got a nice launch there, but Noah Jones is still in DRS range. He is catching him. Oh, look at Oxox and Dutch. Oxox to the inside already. He's not even in the DRS zone yet. He's through. Oh, they're both going to have DRS. They are. Is Dutch going to come back at him here? That might be. Is that too early maybe for Oxox? Crosses to the inside. Dutch is going to have to go the long way. He's going to... Oh, he thought about how to move up the inside. Oh, Oxox has gone deep into one. covers the line, touches nowhere to go. These two old foes of FTRL fame, absolutely outstanding driving once again. TTG Tibos and Adamako now in a battle for P6. They've been just dropped away, that fresh tyres. Just too much. Jarhan with the fastest lap and emphasising his pace. Down in P12. Again, Dylan. Oh, Dutch tricks. Lighting the rears up again. Oxox now on the back of Noah Jones. Tico trying to pull away. He's not making much inroads into Shizou Tom's lead. That lead 3.5 seconds. He's not got any DRS. It's going to be harder for him on the straights. Oh, there Rose goes round. Oh, and Oxox has gone with him. Oh no. Just caught it there as they flicked down the order. Oh, and Oxox. That's so unlucky for him. He's been absolutely outstanding. Did he just tag the spinning car? Yeah, he's lost his front wing. Oh no, Ox. Oh, that's so unlucky. He could have been He was in a battle for P2 then. Virgil safety car deployed. This helps Shizou Tom massively. Again, saves his tyres. Tico's lead, the lead over Tico's up to 4.9 seconds, so I don't know if that's just under the VSC. That gap is growing, so I don't know if Tico's had a moment somewhere that we didn't see. Oxox making it to the pit lane. Oh, what a shame for the Aston Martin man. Oh no, Wesker's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. He's down in 15th anyway, but it's just compounded his misery, unfortunately. And we are racing again. So the gap has come back down again. Noah Jones has just been out now because Noah Jones got damage, I wonder. He's slipping down the order. Dan Morris is now up to P6. Let's get in the pits to serve his penalty. So that with 3 laps and a sector of the lap to go, Shizou Tom's lead is 2.8 seconds. There is Tico in the background. He's now got 2.8 seconds over his nearest rival, Dutch Tricks, as well, so the gap has opened up quite nicely. So Tico can focus on trying to close down on Shizou Tom. He's going to have 3 laps to close in, 2.6 seconds. Quick ERS check. Shizou Tom on 82, Tico on 50. Dutch Tricks on 20, yellow flag further back. That might have been Lynx. But he's got going again. So, no dramas. No more dramas. It's probably a bit late now for another safety car or VSC. So, the question is, can Tico catch Shizou Tom, Adamako and TTG Tibos also going great guns for P4? TTG Tibos, he's down the inside. And through he goes. Easy overtake. Move done. So back up to P4. These two on fairly old medium tyres. They've got 3 seconds back to Dan Morris, who's just quietly gone about his business. Got a recovering Noah Jones and his teammate Funky Chicken behind him, so Williams on for a good haul of points. Big battle. Swain and Jarhan are fairly close together as well. Swain P10, Jarhan P11. Graham, who's had that wing damage earlier on that kind of put pay to his strong run. Not many penalties today either, so he's not going to make massive gains at the end. There's his teammate Dylan, again great qualifying from him. The race has just not worked out for him, unfortunately. Speaking of the race not working out for somebody who's been very quick as this man here, Oxox. Front to the back, to the front, to the back. shame that was. But if you just tag the spinning Alpine in front of him. Put on to a lap of the race. Lead is 1.6 seconds. Tico's got the magnets on. Meanwhile, where is the McLaren? There he is, dropping him back in behind, so not quite close enough this time. He's going to wait for the second DRS zone. And we have got just under 2 laps to go. Lead gap of 1.9 seconds. See now, Suzu Tom burning up his ERS. He was on 80%, now he's down to 56. Tico on 43, so they're not too dissimilar now. Tibos has held off. And Mako's Oxox emphasising his speed. The fastest lap of the race. He's closing in on Dylan. Car battle. Looks like Noah Jones has got himself sorted out again. His tyres are only 3 laps older than Funky Chicken behind him, so final lap, but he's dropping a little bit too far back here. He needs to be closer to Aston Martin. Lead gap now 1.5 seconds. Still coming down. Tom managing his ERS, he's on 63%. Tico on 35. Pushing hard. Dutch Tricks has just not been able to live with either Shazoo Tom, Tico or Oxox today. They're probably very relieved to see the Aston Martin spin out, having got overtaken. Oxox was looking like he could have come back for this one. This is the battle for P4. Tibos holding that position. Here comes Adamako. Which side is he going to go? To the inside for turn 1. Not close enough. Drops back in Noah Jones, defending from Funky Chicken. Couple of good shots going on. Sway and Yarham as well. And now side by side. Here comes Yarham. Dylan and Graham. Oh, it's a 2 yellow flag. Oh, it's Lynx. Through goes Yarham. Adamako getting the move done into 3. Yeah, he waited for that second straight. Yellow flag. Who's that? That might be Wesker or Lynx again. No, it was Lynx, and now it's Lynx unfortunately on the wall. So Lynx's race is run. Sue Tom's lead, 1.3 seconds, the final lap of the race into the castle section. Round there nicely, down to 1.2 seconds. Tico chipping away that tyre advantage now. He's nearly in DRS range. He's right on the cusp of it. He's now in DRS range. Are we going to see a Bottas versus Stroll moment for the win? Keeping an eye on that Adamako and TG Tibos battle further back, but here comes Tico. He's caught up, he's in range. 7/10 of a second, it's right, it's going to be close. I think Shazoo Tom's done enough. Burning his ERS up now, trying to stay away. Tico's burning his as well, trying to get close enough. The DRS line's open, but he's just going to be too far back. It's victory for Shazoo Tom. Great battle between them. Dutch Drake's going to come home third. What about this battle for fourth? Again, Adamako's just going to hold him off. Great drive from Adam and from Matt as well. Funky Chicken's got the move done on Noah on the last lap. Through he goes. It's going to be 5th and 6th and 7th for them. Tom Duval's going to cross the line for P8. Dropping back with a penalty that might be removed. Yarham's going to come home in P10 and got the better of Sway. Here comes home P11. Oxox, what might have been for the Aston Martin man. It's P12 for him. Dylan as well, another one who's just not had the race. Graham's going to cross the line in 14th. And the unfortunate Wesker. He had that collision, lost some wing. Lost his whole wing. Had a drive through as well. Just put pay to a strong result. He was in the mix at one point. Saw him doing the dutiful Perez roll to Dutch's Verstappen. But it's going to be points on the board to see him into the Christmas break. He's out of the final kink. Onto the start-finish straight. And he is the 15th and final finisher. He's going to do some Christmas donuts. I think we're going to get some Christmas donuts. Don't miss us up because we're all watching. Here we go. I'm on the wall. Here we go. A well-earned P15 from Wesker. Well done, mate. Across the line, and there it is then. It was a couple of weeks later than advertised, but we have got our Azerbaijan race done, and it did not disappoint. Funky Chicken get driver of the day. P7 for him. I think I'll be very happy with that one. An eventful race for him, but it is Shazoo Tom who takes the plaudits, just holding off Tico there at the death. Great drive from Tico. Nearly won that one. Dutch, who started on pole position but didn't have the pace of the front two or of Oxox. I think he'll be happy with the podium though. Keep him in the championship lead. But this man now is going to be one to watch. He's coming up quickly behind. One last time out, of course, was cruelly robbed of a potential victory in Portimao. In one of the most unusual accidents I've seen in a long time. And there we have it then. So Shazoo Tom, just a one-stop race for him, and that proved critical, making those tyres last. He just had enough another lap, and you think he might have gone the other way, but he comes away victorious. Tico is second and Dutch third. Alamako, solid job for him, P4, and TG Tibos rounds out the top 5. Dan Morris coming up to P6, and Funky Chicken P7. Tom Duval is P8, Noah Jones P9 for that late spin, and Yarham rounding out the top 10. And then Sway, Oxox, what might have been for him, Graham, Dylan and Wesker. The finishes, the retirements were Lynx and Funky Fox, Yogi and Pagani. Oxox there taking the fastest lap as well, so some consolation for him, but not much, I'm sure. And that then is the end of FTRL action for 2021. It has been another stellar year in F1, in GT Sport, in ACC. And we thank every one of you who tune into our streams and watch them, like them, comment on them. To all our drivers across all 3 games, and of course the other things we've done this year, the golf, the FIFA tournaments as well. And we really appreciate the brilliant community we have here at FTRL. And we've had lots of people signing up recently, so much so we are now massively oversubscribed for both divisions. We're nearly at a point where we could have a 3rd division again, so the temptation is nearly there, if I'm honest. But we shall see. We'll try and get everybody in as much as we can do. But yeah, there's always room after all for more. So if you would like to be a part of our community, be a part of our great racing, please do get in touch with us on our Twitter, which is @_FTRL_. And yeah, so we are back then in the new year on the 4th, where we will kick off round 5 of Div 1 at Hungary. Div 2 is back on the 5th. And then the final season of GT Sport action in FTRL kicks off on the Thursday with our BTCC remake. In fact, we're back up to 2 divisions for that as well. So the GT Sport side growing in its final season. So back on Thursdays and Fridays. So do join us for that. Lots to be excited for in the new year. You might see the return of ACC. You might see the return of performance. Keep peepers peeped. But that is it for 2021. So just finally going to wish everybody a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year. I'm going to come back fat and with liver damage. And yeah, you can listen to my god-awful commentary starting again on the 4th. But for this evening, once again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for liking the streams. Thank you for the comments. Please do get in touch if you want to be a part of our community. And we'll see you in 2022.